Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make this, which is a dupe for Rae Morris's Invisible Mattifier. Summer is just around the corner, guys, and our skin's going to start getting oilier and oilier, and even those who have ultra dry skin will benefit from this formula. My formula, guys, is a little bit better than Rae Morris's because Rae Morris's Invisible Mattifier has nothing else apart from silicones in, whereas mine's got the addition of a wonderful new ingredient I've discovered called Upsalite. I will write it down here, guys, the word Upsalite. Upsalite is it's an engineered form of magnesium carbonate. You don't really need to worry about that, lovelies, at home. All you need to know is that Upsalite basically is an ultra absorbing chemical. No, it's not a chemical. It's a mineral, of course, but it's been bioengineered to have very, very, very tiny little holes within the molecule of the Upsalite or particle of Upsalite. Upsalite is a Swedish mineral invention. It's already featured in a few cutting-edge cosmetics, but I believe personally it will start to be used more and more and more because of its wonderful oil-absorbing properties, because it doesn't dry the skin at all either. In fact, it lends hydration to the skin. And because the particle of magnesium carbonate in Upsalite has such a huge, what's the word, surface area. If you think about it, if you take the particle, flatten it, and use a roller and flatten it out, or stretch it out, and however large its surface area is indicative of its absorptive or absorbative properties. It's very similar to charcoal, I suppose, but it's about 100 to 1,000 times more absorbent than charcoal, because obviously a larger surface area equals more absorbative powers, thus making Upsalite the most ideal candidate for an oil-absorbing product. So without any further ado, I'll just talk to you quickly about the Rae Morris Invisible Mattifier and my dupe of that. Now, the Invisible Mattifier is exactly that. It is invisible, but because this has got the Upsalite powder in, it has got a white, opaque finish to it. So if it's got that lovely silicone, I just can't stop smelling that lovely silicone smeller. If any of you get a chance to smell some pure silicones at some point, do smell them, because they've got a very, very clean, it doesn't smell chemically, it just smells gorgeous. It's a lovely, clean sort. I can't describe it really, guys. Anyway, I'm waffling. This is where I got my Upsalite from. I got two of these in the post. This is called Pure Gold Upsalite Chalk Enhancer. And what this does is, climbers use chalk, don't they, to powder their hands, and then they hold on. I believe that's why I've never climbed in my life, but I think that's why they do it, so that they can climb onto the rocks or hold onto the ropes without the fingers slipping through the rope, so on. But anyway, he's waffling again. Yeah, so that's what that is. It's called a chalk enhancer. Can you see? Upsalite chalk enhancer. And this is pure Upsalite in this. This is 10 grams. Yep, 10 grams. And I got two of these. They were £1.99 each. Postage was a little bit more, possibly around £5 postage. So the whole lot nearly came to just under £10. But this is going to last ages, guys. They used about a teaspoon in the Rae Morris dupe. But this costs probably a little bit more expensive than my other formulations and my other recipes, if you like. Around, let me have a quick think, possibly around £5. It smells gorgeous. Stop smelling it, Joseph, and get on with the tutorial. But the Rae Morris is £44. They don't specify the size on the website. Can you see? No, you can't. Oh yeah, you can just see that a little bit, can't you? You could see the Rae Morris logo, and that's about all. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, I'm going to read from the Rae Morris website about the Invisible Mattifier. Right, guys, oh, you can see that now. How does that work? That's really bizarre, isn't it? A minute ago, it was invisible. Anyway, the Rae Morris Invisible Mattifier is a completely transparent, clear, gel-like powder which is applied to the skin for a mattifying and velvety finish. On top of makeup, it perfectly absorbs the sheen and gives the skin a more velvety appearance. And when used on its own, it mattifies the skin with a silky smooth finish. Perfect for every skin tone and ideal for both men and women. Now, they do waffle on and on and on about the description, and they give you loads of reviews online about this stuff is wonderful. Supermodels love it. Celebrities love it. I think even God would love it, because this stuff is just supposed to be so wonderful. But reading the ingredients, guys, which I do on everything, obviously I've trained myself to do that and I would do it anyway. But reading the ingredients, there are six, I think six, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, six silicones. That's all this formulation by Rae Morris has got in it, which I think is making them cheats. And again, possibly one of the most dishonest brands out there, because that's all that is. And if you're charging £44 for basically, you know, loads of silicones, albeit some of them are possibly quite hard to find silicones, but it's nothing you can't find in Lanacane, guys. Anyway, you're paying for the packaging. That's all you're doing, guys. You're paying for the packaging. So, whereas mine here, all right, albeit, yeah, the packaging isn't great. I understand that. So these cost £1 for 4 of these with the lid, with 4 lids. They're plastic. Now, we are using really high temperatures because this formulation has beeswax in it. That's what sets the whole formulation and makes the balm at the end of the day. But using them, I had to use them in Pyrex dishes because obviously I'm putting them in the microwave to melt the beeswax pellets, sorry. And obviously temperatures get really, really high. I didn't try melting the beeswax in this formula. What I did is I melted them in the Pyrex dishes, then transferred them over. I half expected this to melt. It didn't. So perhaps I could have even just done it directly into this bowl, or this plastic, yeah, it's a bowl, isn't it? Pot. The point I'm trying to make, guys, without getting there, beating around the bush in my usual blundering fashion, is the fact that obviously this doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. That doesn't bother me. If it does you at home, go and get yourself some glass jars, or the Rae Morris one looks like it comes in a compact, excuse me, just want to have a quick look. Yeah, it's definitely in a compact. So it's in a clear plastic compact, I think. So, you know, go and get yourself one of those little glass jars, or a compact. And this is a melt and pour formula. So once it's melted, then you can pour it in and leave it. Allow it to cool in the formulation, in the pot, your final pot you're going to put it in. And hey presto, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. You've got yourself your Rae Morris dupe, except ours is loads better because we have the Upsalite in as well, which, do you know, it's really frustrating because I saw a video on YouTube about 2 weeks ago and they were reviewing a product and I can't remember for the life of me what it was. I've searched and scoured online and I just can't find it. Anyway, I think it was quite similar to the Rae Morris Invisible Mattifier, but this product I was looking at had Upsalite in it too. And that's what actually got me onto the ingredient in the first place. It is the fact that the Upsalite is so absorbing that makes it incredible for an oily skin formulation. This formula can be used on anyone, guys. Men, women, normal skin, dry skin, oily skin. It's particularly suitable for oily skin, but you know, even drier skins can use it because the Upsalite does hydrate the skin too. And because summer is just around the corner, guys, I thought, you know, let's make this dupe. Let's do it, guys. Let's bite the bullet. Let's make the Rae Morris dupe of the Invisible Mattifier. Let Joseph stop waffling. And here's the tutorial, guys. We'll meet on the other side. Right, beautiful ones. Here's how to make the dupe for Rae Morris's Invisible Mattifier. So you need a bottle of Cyclomethicone, a bag of white beeswax pellets. I'll link all of these into the description, lovies, where I got these all from. A tube of Lanacane gel. It's anti-chaffing gel. Please don't confuse it with the original Lanacane because it's totally different formula. Lanacane Anti-chaffing Gel is a great source of silicone. And of course, Upsalite Powder. Again, I'll link these into the description. Having a bit of a tidy up there. And you'll need a clean bowl, Pyrex bowl, and a clean spoon. In fact, you don't actually need a Pyrex bowl, any bowl which is microwavable proof, because we're getting to really high temperatures here, guys, so please be careful. So into the bowl, I'm going to add a heaped teaspoon of white beeswax pellets. And to the beeswax pellets, I'm going to add 6 teaspoonfuls of liquid silicone or cyclomethicone. That's 3, 4, 5 and 6. Lovely job. Now into the microwave with this lot until the pellets have melted, possibly around 1.5 to 2 minutes. This does get really, really, really hot, guys, so do be very, very careful. Sorry. So into the liquid beeswax and cyclomethicone, I'm adding approximately 1 teaspoonful of Lanacane gel. If you want a more of a velvety feel to your invisible mattifier, then add 2 teaspoonfuls. Stir until the Lanacane has dissolved into the liquid silicone and beeswax pellets. This is a water-free formulation, guys, so there's no need for preservatives in this. Now in goes the Upsalite powder. Here in the recipe I state 1 teaspoon, but I use about half a teaspoon here. I did go back and melt it all down again and then added another half a teaspoon, so I did use a whole teaspoon in the end. That's it, stir all that together. Now this is where the fun starts, guys. I hope you're all feeling energetic. So you need to keep stirring this until it cools, guys, and it will take about 5 minutes. Once you've got it all blended together, you can pop it in the microwave, heat it all up again, and then just leave it and let it set. But it's important you stir it all through first, let it all cool down, then reheat it if you want to, or you can just leave it at this stage. This is really, really good for oily skin, dry skin, normal skin. What it does is it just helps to absorb the excess oil on your skin, keeps your skin looking matte for up to 12 hours. Because those little Upsalite particles are obviously ultra absorbent and they're soaking up all the excess oil. As you can see in a minute, this starts to cool down considerably. The bowl is now cool enough for me to touch. It certainly wasn't when I first got it out of the microwave. Can you see around the edges, guys, the white starting to form? That's where it's starting to cool down. You can apply this beneath makeup, on top of makeup. If you used to have a shiny breakthrough throughout the day, whop a little bit on. Obviously I've made loads here, but you don't have to make as much as me. If you want to, you can half or even quarter the ingredients. Similarly, you can also double them up or even triple them up if you want loads of this. As I said in the preamble to the tutorial part, this costs around £5. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's certainly nowhere near the price of Rae Morris's £44, which I think is £41, sorry, which I think is ridiculous. And it's possibly even only about 30 mils hers, whereas here we've got 150 mils, more, probably around 100 mils, I should say there, but that's 3 times the size of Rae Morris's. And this has also got the Upsalite in it, whereas Rae Morris's haven't. So take that, Rae Morris. And it's really starting to thicken up and harden now. And it will go really hard, guys, in the end, almost like a balm. And the way to use it is just to scoop a little bit out with your fingers and apply onto oily areas. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial, guys. So beautiful ones, that's how we make this, our own version of Rae Morris's Invisible Mattifier. I've just found out, I've just been checking online, and Rae Morris's Invisible Mattifier is 13 grams, which is pitiful, really. I mean, who's going to spend out 40 odd pounds on something which is basically 13 grams in size? This is possibly around 100 grams and cost me £5 to make. And this is better than the Rae Morris's one because this has got Upsalite in it as well as the blend of silicones. So this will, in fact, mattify the skin far, far, far more effectively than Rae Morris's paltry attempt. Granted, it doesn't look exactly the same as Rae Morris's Invisible Mattifier because this one is white, it's opaque, whereas Rae Morris's is translucent. It's almost invisible, see-through, you know, because this has got the Upsalite, which is a white powder, very, very, very fine milled powder, though. I think it might even be microscopic. So, you know, the particles are tiny so that they can basically get into the pores and absorb the excess oil. But it's gorgeous, smells lovely, really, really cheap to make, guys. If you follow the tutorial, then you'll be able to make loads of this stuff, or as little or as much as you want. Right, lovies, that's it for today. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, please don't forget to subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and I'll see you lovies tomorrow. All right, guys, lots of love. Take care. Bye.